did you all look over the minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Any
Yep.
problems with them?
The minutes look good.
Can I have a motion?
Make a motion, we accept the minutes of Thursday, June 11th, 2020.
A second? Okay. Everyone agree?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay. Heather, you want to give the COVID update?
Sure.
And I just made a note here to remember to tell them about the water sewer budgets.
Oh, okay, excellent. There's not much new news here. The one good news is that we do have the funds in from the state for the CARES Act, so that $80-something thousand that we applied for, I think it was last week, has already made its way into our bank account.
Wow.
That's excellent. So it reimburses us for some of our expenses that we've already incurred, and it now allows us to have funds to move forward. Claire, Sandy just sent me a memo to let us know that I believe Dave is a new member to the FinCom.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, Dave.
Joshua had told me there might be another one he had, but he had to get the information on it. So, welcome, Dave.
Could you get a spelling of the name?
But
Are you referring to me? I'm not a member of the committee.
are you just participating as a resident, Dave?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Dave might just be visiting us then. I guess Sandy said that there is potentially a new member coming. Maybe it's not Dave. Well, Dave, if you ever have any interest in finance committee, you can contact the moderator for potential appointments.
We have an opening.
My little plug. Okay. All right, and then all of a sudden we have 6480. Who's that? Oh, Jean, is that you from your home line? Hold on. Jean, is that you? 6480?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, I thought that was you in there.
Yep.
Okay. So that's the only major thing for COVID right now. Is just that we have the CARES Act funding in. So I will do what I can to work with the staff in order to get everything out, or get everything in that we have said that we were going to procure for those funds. So we will work very hard. I do not know if I'm going to be able to accomplish that by June 30th, but we're going to sure try.
Okay, has anybody got any questions on the COVID? Update picture. The revenues, Jean.
I don't have any updates on the revenue.
Didn't Sharon give us something this morning, this afternoon, Heather?
She did. She updated us very briefly. So we do obviously have taxes still coming in. I don't have the numbers from last week in front of us, but real estate, we've dropped down to having just under 400,000 outstanding. I think last week was like 423. Personal property, pretty much the same as it was. And motor vehicle, we now have 113,000 outstanding. I don't remember what motor vehicle was last week either. But so we are still getting some funds in. I expect that Jean and Sharon will have revenue numbers up to date in our most recent expense next bill cycle.
And Heather, also the FY20 expenses?
No major updates on that. The select board did approve $2,000 purchase for the police on Monday. And we have a couple of small things coming in, but no major pieces. There is a potential
Hey, we're getting a little feedback here. I don't know. 3 people are talking at once.
Uh-oh. Hold on, Eric.
Or I am anyway. I don't know what about everyone else. I think the TV is on somewhere.
I think you might be right, Eric, but I don't know whose TV it is.
Not mine.
Okay. So we'll have more updates on those numbers next week. The only 2 purchases that I'm aware of was a request from the police chief that was approved by the select board on Monday night for a $2,000 gun storage piece for officers when they're on the move. And then the other piece was we are looking at quotes right now for the front door of Town Hall or the Henry Woods building. When you guys used to come in, if anyone used to walk by the elevator door, you would notice that there was always a lock holding the door open. So we have a quote finally for the potential repair of the door frame so that the door actually shuts. So we're just evaluating that right now and seeing what the board wants. But that's all I got on expenses.
And the chief said he had monies left in his expenses on Monday night that would cover that 2,000.
So I don't know, Claire. I haven't looked at the report in a couple of days. We'll know more in the next couple of days where we fall. But as I've been reiterating a number of times, is we appropriated money at the beginning of the year. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to collect all of those revenues to be able to cover all of those expenses. So
Yeah.
report is something we want to see on our expense side.
Right.
And the other piece is even though his individual police department budget may come in short, as you pointed out in the past, Claire, the public safety building expenses is coming in over, so
Yeah.
kind of wash.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, now if we could have you, Sheila, talk to us on anything new that's come up or new things that you might have decided. You're muted, Sheila.
I'm on my phone tonight and I'm not used to doing these meetings on my phone, so I apologize.
Oh, that's okay.
Unfortunately, we do not have any new information on any revenues. I think, as I mentioned at the last meeting, we're not expecting state budget. I'm sure you're in the same boat until at least August, mid-August. We're hopeful for. Until we have that, we really cannot change the assessment numbers to the towns. That's over 50% of our budget and our revenue, and it really has a tremendous impact on the town assessment numbers. What we were able to do, as I mentioned the last time I met with you, was we were looking at excess that we had for FY20 and trying to find a way to use that to fund some of the expenses for FY21. On last Thursday night, the school committee voted to let us reclassify some excess that we had in FY20, $1.3 million that we would typically charge to the school choice revolving account in expenses that we are going to back charge to the FY20 budget. That will leave $1.3 million available in school choice for FY20 that will allow us to charge some FY21 expenses, budget expenses, to the school choice revolving account. Essentially, in effect, reducing the FY 21 budget by $1.3 million. That will bring our overall budget increase to less than 0.5%, which should help reduce the town assessments significantly if revenues are in the ballpark of what the governor had in his budget. Unfortunately, a lot of rumor and speculation about significant cuts to Chapter 70 funding, although we have not received any official notification. There's, I hear superintendents talking about potentially 20% cuts in Chapter 70. Every time we're on a call with the Department of Education, that question is asked, and they repeatedly say that they have no information about what the potential cuts to Chapter 70 will be. So I think worst case scenario, it will be 20%. If it's 20%,